What's up? I am so excited because today is the first day of Foundation Week. If you don't know what Foundation Week is, it's a series that I like to do here on my channel. I think I've done it like 3 or 4 times, and every single day for 7 straight days I have a new foundation video, like a new first impressions review demo type of video, just like this one, every single day for 7 days. I usually like to alternate from drugstore and high-end, drugstore and high-end, kind of like that. I have some really cool foundations this time around, like foundations I'm super excited about. New foundations, just some foundations you guys have asked for. So if you are excited and you want to be a part of that and want to know whenever I have a new video up and want to be a part of Foundation Week, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that tiny little notification bell next to it. It's going to make sure that all of my videos go into your notification feed so you get all of my videos instead of every once in a while getting a video from me. So today's foundation, I am so excited. You guys have asked for it. It's a newer foundation. It is the Lawless Flawless Finish Makeup is what it is. And I'm gonna bring you guys in really close to the packaging because it looks so beautiful. So this is kind of how it came. So basically, this is what we're gonna be doing today. We're going to be trying out the foundation with the sponge, with the brush. We're going to be seeing how it looks on the skin. I'm going to be checking in with you guys throughout the day really close so you guys can see how the foundation wears and how it looks on my dry, normal skin. We're gonna be checking it for we're going to be checking with the flash test. We're going to be checking and making sure it doesn't transfer. We're going to be checking how it works with the humidity because it's a little bit humid today, and we're going to be checking it and seeing how it works with my lines to see if it's good for somebody with mature skin, someone that has a lot of fine lines, pores, that kind of deal. I'm also going to be swatching this foundation next to other foundation matches that I like, and we're going to see how the tone is, how this foundation shade is, all of that kind of stuff. We're going to be seeing if it oxidizes. So I'm going to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. We're going to read what Lawless claims about the foundation, and then we're going to, at the very end, I'm going to tell you if it actually does everything that it says it's going to do, which it should. If it claims that it does it, it should do it. So I have a lot of stuff for you guys. So I hope you guys are excited as I am to be seeing how this foundation works. If you are trying to shade match with me, I always put a huge list of foundation shades that match me, high-end drugstore, down below in the description box, so make sure you go check that out. And let's just get started. Let's get started with the foundation because I am so excited, you guys. So it's the Lawless Woke Up Flawless Finish Makeup is what it's called. Is that what it's called? Let me give you guys. Woke Up Like This Flawless Finish Foundation. Oh yeah, Woke Up Like This. This is the cutest packaging ever. It kind of has that soft touch. Okay, so let's talk about what the foundation claims and what it says on Sephora. So I'm on Sephora's website. This foundation retails for $46. There's 20 different shades. There's a good range of like gold, cool, undertones. There's 2 olive undertones in this, which was kind of exciting. So this golden one is a medium with olive undertones, and then they have a darker one, sunset, that's darker with olive undertones. Why can I not talk today? Sorry guys, I'm gonna try not to be obnoxious. So it does retail for $46. The coverage says it's supposed to be full. It's supposed to be for sensitive, normal, dry, or combination skin. It's supposed to have a natural finish. Formulated for all skin types with buildable coverage and a fresh, radiant finish. It's a skin nourishing formula. It won't clog pores. It wears comfortably throughout the day with a lightweight feel that won't fade or disappear. It has skin balancing oils. Helps support the skin's moisture barrier for a supple, youthful appearance. With this formula, you can achieve full coverage with a natural skin-like finish that never looks cakey or dry. This product is cruelty-free, silicone-free, perfume-free, non-toxic. Because the formula contains no suspenders or fillers, you may notice a slight marbling on the wall of your bottle, which I do notice that. So you just need to shake it well. Okay, cool. So full coverage, supposed to have a radiant, fresh, radiant finish. It's supposed to be for lots of skin types. So I'm really excited to try this out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swatch this foundation next to other foundation shades. We're also going to check if it oxidizes at that time. And then we're going to get started to applying it with a brush and with a sponge. Okay, this is the Lawless shade in Golden. We're going to check and see if it oxidizes. Oops. It's a whole ton. So it does oxidize about 1 shade darker, which is a bummer because this shade would have been absolutely perfect, but this one is making it a little bit darker. Okay, so here we go. Here is the Lawless foundation in golden. Here is the Dior Backstage in 2WO, which is an olive shade. And you can tell this one's a little bit lighter, but they're both olive. I can see the olive tone in there. This one is the Beauty Blender Bounce in 3.30. This is the Colourpop No Filter foundation in medium 80. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte in medium beige, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me in 220. Okay, so I'm going to use the same primer that I always use, which is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer, and I'm going to apply that all over the face. Also, this makeup look is already up. I will link it in an iCard for you guys if you are interested. Can you see my face? Okay, so on one side I'm going to use the Sigma sponge on this side, and on this side I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to be using the Sigma Flat Top F80 Kabuki brush because it's my absolute favorite. Okay, I'm going to shake it really, really well. It does have marbling, but it's nice that she explained why so that you don't get worried about it. Yeah, I can totally see it starting to mix in there. So yeah, it's kind of liquidy. All right, so let's start. I am so excited. I've been wanting to try this foundation out since I first saw it announced. That was not a lot of, it smells good. It smells citrusy and fresh. There was not a lot of foundation I pumped out. But I do want to say that the olive tone of it is nice. Sometimes like it says it's olive tone, but then it looks really orangey and unnatural. This one looks nice. Yeah, this one looks really nice. It's a bit deep, but it's the only olive. It's like the lightest olive shade they had, so I wanted to try it. So that was just the tiniest amount, and I will say that it has very beautiful coverage. That was like a really, really small amount, but it went a long way. Yeah, it went a whole long way. So it's like a high medium coverage. I probably could add some in certain places. Here. But it's looking really nice on the skin so far. Yeah, I definitely agree that it's full coverage, especially with a brush. Yeah, you don't need a lot. I think I put way too much. You don't need a lot of this foundation. And I do have lots of fine lines and wrinkles, but it doesn't seem to be accentuating it. It's actually smoothing over them really nicely. Yeah, that looks really, really good on the skin. When I sweep it over like this with a brush, it really like makes it look flawless and super smooth, but in the most natural way, and it really is glowy. Like a little bit goes a long way, so you're not gonna need a lot, and I can tell in the wintertime this is gonna be freaking gorgeous. I really like both sides of the face. I think the sponge side looks really nice, and so does this side. I think that if I'm going to use the brush next time, I need to do less. But it doesn't look cakey at all. Like even though I applied a whole lot, it doesn't look cakey. So she's actually saying what she says she's gonna say. It never looks cakey even though you apply a whole lot, but it does look really glowy. So I'm going to put on my concealer, I'm going to set my foundation, and then we'll be back. And I'll do the rest of my makeup and then we'll be back and see how it looks underneath all my makeup. But so far, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm worried it's gonna be a little bit too dark for me, but I mean, besides that, it looks freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I finished the rest of the makeup and this is how the foundation looks with all of my makeup on. And I will list below everything that I used. I actually have a full makeup tutorial with this look up already on my channel, and I will link it in the iCard so you guys can go see that if you're interested in like the eyes, the face, and everything that I did. But I will link everything below, so this video it won't be extra long. So what do I think about the foundation? You guys, the foundation looks so good. It looks so smooth. It has not sunk into any of my lines here, and I have pretty prominent lines here, and it just looks really like smoothed over and fresh and nice. It doesn't look cakey, and although the powder is did mattify it a little bit, it still has like a fresh face, and I do think it looks plumpy. Like, I do think my skin looks healthy. Plumpy as in it looks healthy and youthful. I do think that it does. So the powder I did use all over the face was a Colourpop No setting powder. That way whenever I do my flash test, I can really see if the foundation is giving me the flashback rather than the powder. And this one never gives me a flashback. So that way we can really test that out, which I will be testing that out in the next check-in. We'll talk about that in the first check-in. But so far it looks really, really good and smooth, and I'm actually loving the color a lot. I think the color is nice. It's a little bit too dark for me because I'm really, like, I don't ever go out in the sun, but I do like the olive tone in it. I think it's really, really beautiful and really nice. Okay, so I will be checking with you guys at the 5-hour mark and also at the very end of the night. So I'm gonna try to wear it super long to see how it wears. I'll bring you in really close so you guys can see how it looks on the skin. We'll talk about the flash test, we'll talk about if it transfers, we'll talk about if it does everything that it says it's going to do. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, it's been 5 hours. I thought I would check in. We're about to go to the park, so sorry that we are outside. But, so I do 100% think that I put on way too much foundation. I should have done a light layer because it's getting really dewy and it doesn't look cakey, but it is starting to like crease inside here, but it's creasing in a way that makes me think it's because I have too much product on my face. So next time I definitely think that I'm gonna do more of a thin layer because this side looks way better than this side, but definitely on the brush side you can tell I put on way too much product. But the foundation itself is looking so good and dewy and smooth, and it is very humid and hot today. So I'm really excited because I feel like this is gonna be bomb in the winter time. But I got cut off. So let's look at the flash test really quickly. The flash test, I feel like there isn't that much flashback. I feel like my face and my neck still look the same. I think there's a little bit of bounce back, but really not that much. I wouldn't feel like I wouldn't not wear it because of the flash. I think the flashback looks fine so far. And you kind of get like an extra peek at my skin after the park. I really like the foundation, you guys. I'm absolutely loving it and I'm really excited. I'm gonna keep on wearing it 12 hours. We'll see how it looks at the very end of the night, and I'll check back in with you guys later. Bye. Okay guys, it's the very end of the night. It's been like 12 hours, if not a little bit over that. It's been a long time. So I'm gonna tell you my full thoughts after wearing the foundation. And let me just say, I was outside a whole ton today. I was outside a lot. It's really, really humid, and I'm very impressed. I look very, 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 very shiny. Very shiny. It did transfer a little bit along my chin. I think that's just due to the humidity, made it really, really moist, and it didn't move around on its own, but if I touched it, it would definitely move. And I also added too much foundation, so this side transferred more than this side, and I think it's because of that factor, which is my bad. But I'm super impressed because even though it's so humid and I'm so glowy, like I can just see, like, I just look so dewy. I don't look oily, I look dewy. It still is not breaking apart. It's not breaking apart at all. Usually in my forehead, it would really break apart around my nose, but there's still coverage around my nose. There's still coverage on my cheeks, just kind of down here. I don't have a lot of coverage left, but it's not breaking apart. It looks really, really good. You guys, I am very impressed. For 12 hours and for it being humid, just the way that it's wearing, it looks good. I would totally powder my whole entire face and go on for a couple more hours. Like, I really, really, really love this. From like 0 to 10, like 9.5, almost 10, I would say. I probably would say 10 if I had it piled on the foundation, because it probably, like, it doesn't look bad. It's just glowy. And again, I didn't use the most mattest powder ever. I used just the no filter setting powder, and I lightly dusted it. I did not really take the time to powder my face, and it looks really amazing and really good. And I have a lot of coverage left, like all here, where I just had some darkness and some spots, especially here where I had that like scab under there. Oh my gosh, it hasn't clung anywhere. I'm really, really impressed. And I do think it makes me look plumpy and youthful. And it didn't seep into like the line area. It kind of seeped in there at first a tiny bit, but now it's like, it just looks smooth and really, really nice. So I'm really, really, really impressed with that foundation. I think that it's worth a try. If you have dry skin, this is a good one to try. I think this one's gonna wear even more beautifully as it gets cooler and it stops being humid and it gets kind of wintertime. And this is probably gonna be a go-to, especially when it's snowing, because it's so hydrating and so nice. If you have oily skin, I definitely recommend you powdering with a matte powder really nice, and you might need to touch up a little bit throughout the day, but it's not gonna break apart. You can see I'm like so glowy. Like, I spent 80% of my time outside today and it didn't break apart, even though I caked on the foundation, even though I lightly dusted it with any powder. So I'm just really, really impressed, you guys. This is a good foundation to start foundation week off with. I give it a thumbs up. They actually say it actually does what it says it's going to do. So I'm very, very impressed. I also don't think that it accentuated any pores either. So if you have large pores, I don't think it's going to seep in there or accentuate that either. This is definitely one of the few dewy foundations that is heat and humidity proof, as in it's not going to break apart. But it does look really beautiful on the skin. So I'm really excited. You guys, every day for 7 days, I'm going to have a new foundation video for you guys. So make sure that you've subscribed. Make sure that you come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day for a new foundation video. I have a lot of really cool foundations. Leave me your comments below. Have you tried the foundation? Do you have a favorite foundation you really, really love? Or tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Is it hot over there? Is it getting cool? Do the leaves change colors, or do you live in a place like Arizona that has no seasons? Let me know down below in the comments section. I'm really excited for foundation week. I hope you are too. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, watching my video, hanging out, just relaxing. I hope this was an informative video for you. I hope you get all your questions answered, and if not, you can always ask me questions below. But yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.